Hey, welcome everyone. So this is lesson 7, and the topic today is a new technology called the crystalline matrix. So let's just open the field. So if you want to close your eyes. And we're just going to call in our spirit teams and our alchemical teams. And we're going to open a field of magic and miracles, blessings, love, and gratitude. We call in the infinite power, potential, and possibilities of the cosmic field and the now point of power. We ask for divine and cosmic protection. And we also ask for real-world tangible results and a reality upgrade as appropriate for each one of us. So just imagine that you're out in nature, in your very favorite place on earth, and we're standing together in a circle. So we'll just begin by extending our energetic roots out from our feet, just witnessing them as they go down into the earth, past the rocks and minerals, until they reach the core crystal of the earth. And let your roots wrap around that core crystal. And then draw up that crystalline earth energy, pulling it back up through your roots, all the way up, until it fills your heart, your cells, your body, your energy systems and chakras, fills your whole multidimensional matrix and your triple aspects, all aspects of your being filled with this earth grounding crystalline energy. And now extend your energetic antennas up through the sky, out into space until you reach the heart of the cosmos. And let your antennas anchor there and draw down that cosmic energy and bring it into your heart. And let it spread out from your heart to your cells, your bones, your blood, your organs, your hormones, your tissues. Let that cosmic light go out beyond your body, into your DNA, your subatomic particles, all the way down to your inner earth level, spreading out to fill your chakras, meridians, and nadis, going into your mental level, your emotional level, your behavioral level, your energy body, your light body, your rainbow light body, and your soul, filling up your dimensions, your star aspects, your angelic aspects, your source aspect, and your galactic aspect. And then let that cosmic energy go and fill all of your externals. So your home, your work, your money, your health, your relationships. And then let that cosmic energy go into all your inner aspects, your inner child, your inner masculine and feminine, your inner critic and inner champion, which is your inner voice, if you like, your inner mother and father, which are your wise guides, and all your inner archetypes, and your ego, your personality, your identity. So all of these filled with this cosmic energy. So letting that cosmic energy just kind of rejig, realign them. And then let that cosmic energy go down into your timelines. So all your past timelines and all the different yous that have existed through the dimensions. And let that cosmic energy go into all your present timelines and all the present yous that are currently exploring the multidimensional you. And going into all future timelines and all future yous filled with this cosmic energy. And even all the way to your conception, your womb time, and your birth. So coming back to our sacred place on the planet where this group is standing together in a circle, we're just going to beam some heart light out to each other, green heart light. And as you beam that out to each person in the circle, you're also receiving a beam of heart light, of love from them. And those energies crisscross each other, forming a sacred geometry of light with the frequency of love. And we are just going to drop into that sacred space to do our work here today. Okay, thank you. Okay, so today we're doing a lesson on some new technology, which might be useful for repairing cars and other things. Cleona had a car question, so we'll see. She can test it out for us, road test it. Okay, so this technology comes from the New Light Emissaries, which is my latest team. And a crystalline matrix is a crystalline field of consciousness, circular, that is self-intelligent and self-regulating. It's a sacred geometry of light. On its own, when it's not being programmed by us, in its neutral state, its basic function, which is always going to apply, is that it loosens and undoes, untangles stuck energies, toxic energies, lower frequency energies, trauma, anything that's low frequency. It's going to go in there and start loosening it up, untangling it, and creating more space so that it can start releasing. And then it brings in higher levels of light and elevates something. However, so that is its basic function in its neutral state. However, it is programmable. And so when programmed, it applies the values that you set to its general function of clearing and then elevating the frequency. So you might be interested in programming one that is good for healing. So I've already programmed a healing one, which I'm going to pass on to you. And once it's been programmed, anybody can use it. So we can all start creating some and popping them in the Facebook group and building up quite a library of these things. Love, you could put. Rejuvenation, you could put. Fix my car, you could put. So now, how to use it? You just intend to place it on something. So I could place it on Scott, like Scott's in the center of my screen. So I could just visualize this crystalline matrix around him. Or I could pop it on his heart. Or if he was telling me there was a relationship challenge, I could pop it on his relationship. Or if he was feeling anxious, I could pop it on his nervous system, like that. Or, for example, the neutral one, you could just pop on the car, for example. So you just visualize it. So if there's an argument with somebody, and let's say you're not in the same space, but you've had a sort of a phone argument or something, you could just pop the neutral crystalline matrix on the argument. It starts to undo the energies and to bring higher levels of light, which is solutions, which is better communication, which is more clarity, which is maybe understanding each other better, which is maybe having the courage to kind of make the first step to say, I'm sorry, or like this. So the energy lasts generally for about 24 hours. So generally, but we can adjust that. But generally, you would repeat it daily, or as and when you need it. And the energy would generally run for the day. Much like if you take some Bach flower remedy, you don't expect that Bach flower remedy frequency to run forever, do you? You expect it like, I've taken this dosage, it's been 6 hours, I'll take another dose. So it has a kind of a limited duration. However, when you activate it, you can also add the command run for as long as needed. And this sheet, I've already got it in an email for you. I'm also going to post this sheet with some preset ones that I've made in the email, and it'll be on the Facebook as well. And there's another little sort of additional time adjuster that you can put in, which is you could put run continuously. So if, for example, you had programmed this crystalline matrix to place them in your house, let's say you want to protect it from 5G. So you make one that stops 5G, maybe it disentangles the 5G energy, and maybe it takes the 5G energy and turns it into crystalline light or something like that. And you could place 4 of them in each room, or 4 of them in the corners of the house, or 4 of them around the land, or all of the above. And then you could activate them and say, run continuously. So today we're going to start, we're going to play with a lot of them, and most of them we're going to calibrate before and after so that you can get a sense of how it shifted you. But I'm just going to start today's class by activating the crystalline matrix of perfect timing for the group. So I am just visualizing. I actually did it before the lesson, but I'm just going to do it again now, where I'm just visualizing this crystalline matrix, or a CM, if you like, the CM of perfect timing, which I made up, and it has certain ingredients, consciousness ingredients, and I'm just I'm putting it over the class, and I'm putting it over the lesson, and I'm putting it over myself and my teaching, all of that, because I noticed that different people had slightly different timings. And so I'd like you to be able to, everybody receive the lesson at the right speed for you. So at the end of this lesson, you're going to let me know if this lesson was maybe a bit too fast or a bit too slow. We'll see. As always, with consciousness technology, especially when it's new, we're explorers, we're like scientists. So we try it out, we test it, and then we see what the real world tangible results are, like what actually happened. Because sometimes it's like, okay, that didn't quite work because maybe there's some interference, or there was something, an ingredient missing. So as alchemists, it's like the cook in the kitchen, you know, why doesn't that cake taste nice? Ah, you forgot the salt, you know, so it's like that. Okay, so that's been activated. I'm just going to test. You guys can test as well. Has that been activated? I'm getting a yes, that the perfect timing CM, or crystalline matrix, has been activated for the group. Yep, you got it. Yeah, I'm getting it, that it was activated. Good. Okay. So I want to give you some ideas, because basically I'm going to give you the command for you to make up whatever you need. And I want you to get creative with whatever you would like to create. I'm going to give you, I think I've made about 20 of them, and I might, well, whatever else I make, I will send over to you. So I think I've already made a water purifier to detoxify your water, to cleanse it, to elevate the frequency of the water, and deliver the highest levels of light and health frequencies in this water. So that would be a good one to, so you could visualize over your glass, but actually more importantly, you want to visualize it over your water. So in the morning, you might just go CM water, and that's the whole water for the whole day. And you could put run continuously. Now, if you go through a bit of trauma or drama, it can knock these things out. So if, like today, I was feeling a bit wobbly late in the afternoon, something had gotten knocked out. So then that would be a good time to check. Anything that you've installed to run continuously could well have gotten knocked out. Okay, the next one is a food enhancer. So you've got food, pulling out any disharmonious energies from your food, and bringing in higher levels of light to bring in sort of divine consciousness and health-giving properties into your food. So what would be useful, so that you're not spending loads of time is that once you've got either the list that I've made, and then you will have some specific ones that you're going to want to make up that are what you want, that you have them and you have the name of them, and then you can sort of bunch them together, and in the morning just go, teams activate all of these, and then just verify. So within your group that you're activating, you might definitely have the water one, definitely have the food one. So a rejuvenation one, I've made that one, and I will tell you what are the ingredients, and I will send that to you. Another one is emotional balance is a good one. Grounding is a good one. Sleep is a good one. Creativity is a good one. Vital force is a good one. So life force. All of these I've written down in this sheet that you're going to get. So boundaries is a good one. So let's say you're having some issues with the Portuguese government or some scammers or some people who are crossing your boundaries. You can activate boundaries for yourself, for the relationship with whoever's crossing your boundaries, for the situation. You see, you can double up, or you can just imagine putting it over the whole thing. Like there's me, there's the person, and there's the situation. And I just place this crystalline matrix over the whole thing to create boundaries or resolution. Protection is one. Safe and sound, feeling safe. Confidence boost. Let's say you're going to do a big performance and you're just going to go on stage and do something. Place yourself in the crystalline matrix of a confidence boost. Letting go. If you notice that you're not letting go of something that you need to let go of, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a wound, whether it's a person, whether it's a habit, make up a letting go one, fine tune it to what you need, and place it around yourself and the situation. And run it continually, or keep on reapplying it, just like you keep on taking drops of Bach flower remedies, rescue remedy when you're feeling stressed. Keep on and test. Do I need some more of this? Heart opener, love, coherence, abundance. So these are just some little ideas. Okay, so just a few little notes. When applying the energies to the whole of your body and your being in your life, if you like, you can visualize the board, because this is the matrix, right? So you could just imagine the energy of this crystalline matrix around the whole, because that's your energetic template for all of your life. And these are all your externals. So that's all your relationships, that's all your money, that's your clientele, that's your home, that's all the externals, that's all your inner aspects, your timelines, and that's the core essence of you. So you could do that. Now also you can do it for a client. I'll come to that in a second. Okay, by using it every day, it has a cumulative, how do you say that? Cumulative? Somebody tell me.
Cumulative.
Cumulative.
What's the emphasis?
Cumulative.
Cumulative effect. So if you're working on anti-aging and you're applying it every day, it starts to entrain your body in a particular energy, basically. Or if you're putting heart opening into your heart every day, it starts to just let your heart breathe more and get used to being a different version of itself. And you can test. So do I need to, in order to get this result, like in order to boost my income by XYZ, what CMs do I need? So it'll say maybe abundance, money, wealth, riches, whatever it is. You will make those. And then you can test how long, in order to raise my income by 10,000 a year or a month, whatever, how often do I need to run them? or in order to resolve the challenging issue that I'm facing, what particular ones do I need to create and how long do I need to run them? And then test, can I just run it ongoing, like run it consistently, or do I have to reapply it every day? What's going to be more powerful? And this is how you're going to learn about the technology. So, and if you're using these and you're saying, my goal is 10,000 more a year, and I need to use these 4 CMs, abundance, riches, wealth, and clients, for example, and I need to apply them every day. Okay, I'll apply them every day. And then it says from 1 to 100, where 100, calibration 100 is that I've reached my 10,000 in the year. And if you only get to 70, then you probably need some other technology. You might need to do a big clearing first, which might be the full matrix release, which is what we're going to do for the next 3 lessons, which is where we clear all the ancestral stuff and all the karma and all the control grids and all the stuff that Cleona's been asking about. And so we're going to go through each of those things and put it all together into one massive clearing called the matrix release. So that one massive clearing just really cleans up a lot of stuff. So if when you're saying, okay, I'm going to use these 4 CMs, I'm going to use them for 6 months, is that going to get me my 10 grand a year, or my rejuvenation, or my girlfriend, or my new house, whatever it is, my new business. And if it only comes up to 80 or 70 or something, whatever it is, then you know there's some other technology missing. So you're just going to test with the other technologies that we have what's missing. And, is it a clearing? Is it an activation? And you just do a bit of exploring. So, okay, so you can double up with these. I think I already said that, but just to kind of reiterate, you might be using healing and you might apply it to yourself, but you might also place the healing crystalline matrix on your eyes or on your teeth or on your liver. So you can double up. Or on your cells, or you might be doing rejuvenation. So I want to do rejuvenation as a whole, but I'm also going to rejuvenate my eyes and my teeth and my liver and my heart and my hormones, for example, and my cells. So you can create your own programs. So you can create any crystalline matrix you like, even one for like a car, right? But as long as it is in integrity and that it's positive. So we never use them to harm, obviously. I don't even think that one could be activated to harm. So when you're working with clients, sometimes you have clients who basically you can't do a lot of work on them. Like I have one client and she talks and talks and talks, and I can't do anything on her because she talks and then she'll just ask me, to test 1 or 2 things. And, it's unlike anything I ever do. So I started putting her in the crystalline matrix, and I started noticing, because at first it kind of knocked me a bit sideways that she wouldn't let me do anything except for just test a few things. And it would really drain my energy. And then I started putting the crystalline matrix on her and on me, and actually noticing that she was actually shifting without me having to go in and do all the alchemical work. So Pete, with your horses, for example, you can place them on the horses. You could place safe and sound on a skittish horse, for example, or mothering touch, or you'll know what you need to make for a particular horse or a particular client. Like with a client who just talks all the time, I could put calming her mind, relaxing her, leaving some space. There's one that I made this morning because I got this text late at night after, I'm selling loads of stuff, and this guy bought something, and then at like 11 at night, he sends me a thing suggesting that he wants to return it. And I'm like, oh, and it just got my nervous system just going. And then my mind starts going. And so I put one around clear perception. I put the general one. I put emotional balance and grounding to just not start running my mind at 11 at night. And then I put clear perception. And I thought clear perception is really good when we start getting a little bit like do like this, and we're not seeing things clear because we're triggered emotionally. Clarity and clear perception is or perspective, it's called perspective. Yeah, and then I was able to calm down and sleep. Also, when people have been through trauma, so without going into any details, a friend's teenage daughter's gone through a enormous life-changing trauma, and so is not ready for any kind of work at all, but I can send her these things. Now, these crystalline matrices are programmed to adjust to whatever the person needs. They adjust their frequency, their timing, and their sort of delivery, and they also respect the person. So you can send it without asking permission, and if the person doesn't want it, it will just, it won't adhere, it won't go into the person's energy. So it is programmed that you can send it, you can offer it, and if they don't want it, it won't go into their field, so it's not invasive. Yeah, so it only interfaces if they're willing to receive the energies. Okay, so to activate them, I'm gonna actually just copy this and put it in the chat so you can read it. But I will send you the, oh no, I can't do that because I'm on the other computer. Okay, I'll read it to you, but I'll be sending it to you on the Facebook, and I'll be sending you the sheet. So basically you, oh, this is to activate it. Yes, so to activate it, you can basically use a command if you like you could go, Teams, please place the crystalline matrix of healing on so-and-so, or on me, or on my heart, whatever. Activate anchor, kind of like we always do. But you can just visualize it. You can just intend it, basically. You can place it in multiple locations, like I said. You can also ask your teams, which one is needed? What's needed right now for this challenging situation that we're facing? You know? So they might test with your pendulum, 4 are needed. Which ones? And when you tune in, you'll get it. And they'll either be on the list of pre-made ones you have, or you'll make them. And when you make them, the list of things, I'll show you how many lists of things. It can be very, very short. It can just be dismantling any energies which prevent healing, bringing in higher levels of light, which support healing. It can just be that simple, your phrase. And then when you're creating a new one, oh, have I deleted something? Where is my activating it? Where is my programming it? There it is. Okay, I'm going to read you the sentence of the command for programming it, and I will send it to you. So the command is this: Teams, please program a crystalline matrix, which we'll call ... whatever, to clear anything which prevents, and then you can go into a little more detail, which prevents the healing of the body, which prevents rejuvenation, which prevents resolving this problem, and install the frequencies of, and then you place the frequencies of what you want to put. So with rejuvenation, it's like cell renewal and collagen and earth and cosmic energies and so on. And then you say, please program this crystalline matrix to harmonize with the person or situation it is placed upon, and to transmit the energies in the right time, frequency, and dosage, adjustable as needed, to support their needs, their boundaries, meaning respecting their boundaries, and their highest good. And teams, please fine tune as needed. So always letting the teams, they may know more than us. Activate, anchor, thank you. And then when you've created a new one, it's good to tune into it and just feel it for a minute. Like when I did the heart opener, whoa, my heart was absolutely buzzing for like a really long time. And I had calibrated myself before and after. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, activating the crystalline matrix. And I explained about extending the duration. So yeah, so you might make a whole group of personal ones for your daily routine. So health, anti-aging, food and water, positive emotions, emotional balance, grounding, vitality, productivity. That's my personal group. And then in the morning, I might just say, please activate this group. You might activate a whole bunch around challenge release. So you might have a whole bunch that you're running around this challenge. So I need honesty, I need transparency, I need support, I need justice, I need to win this court case or this whatever it is. You might do abundance activators. So you might have a whole set which would bring in bookings, word of mouth, repeat clients, financial windfall, financial opportunities. You might have a set of like rejuvenators, like hydration, physical vitality, skin renewal, collagen boost, youthful body. And goal activators might be, so you have a set goal, and they might be things like success, ease, synchronicity, magic and miracles, for example. Okay, so now we're going to start playing with them. So I want you to test your frequency right now. So with your pendulum, just test from 1 to 100. Just maybe limit it to 1 to 100 so that we can all compare. So mine is just coming up at 20%, which I get it because I was just totally shattered before class. Okay, so you don't have to tell us your levels now, but let's put in the neutral matrix, the neutral crystalline matrix, and then we'll test your levels after. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to apply a neutral, unprogrammed crystalline matrix. So this is good for everything. It clears and disentangles low frequency consciousness, and it brings in higher levels of light, and it raises the frequency of the person or the situation. And it's self-intelligent, so it will find what needs working on. So just let yourself receive, just visualize this crystalline matrix around you. Just see if you can feel the energy. And if you're ready, I'd like you to retest your frequency and see where it is. So clear the board, clear the field, clear the pendulum so that you're testing truth and accuracy. So if you guys want to put in the chat what you got. So I've gone from 20 to 100. $80 to 100, Debbie 70 to 100. Pete 90 to 100, great. Okay, to 60, so there's something else there. So in a session, you would look into that, but maybe some of the other ones we're gonna do are gonna bring it up, so. Oh, Angela, 80 to 250, wow, great. 100, Christian, 100, 100 before, really? Why not? Okay, all right, so now we're going to do the heart opener. So can you guys test your heart levels? How open is your heart right now in this moment? Now it might be higher than it would have been because we've just already done the crystalline matrix, but that doesn't mean that everything gets shifted up necessarily. Okay, so mine is now coming up right now before we do it. It's coming up at 65. And I thought, but it was prior to doing the general neutral one, it was at 20. And I tell you what, I was really having a blub today because I've watched too many videos on Gaza, so it's really breaking my heart. And my friend's daughter has been badly hurt, and that was really breaking my heart. So I was really having a blub. So it makes sense to me that my heart was at 20, that it was all like, oof. But it's gone up to 70 just from the general crystalline matrix. So now the heart opener, the ingredients are heart consciousness, love, new earth frequencies, win-win, courage, connection, beauty, love of life, and happiness. And as always with the crystalline matrix, it disentangles the old and it brings in new levels of light. So let's just visualize the heart opener crystalline matrix around the group. You can also visualize it just around your own personal multidimensional matrix. And you can also just visualize it around your own heart. So actually, this is a really nice energy to sit in this energy, and you could actually meditate with it in the morning. Like you could place it on your whole life, all your relationships, the work that you do. Place it on your food, your water, your home, your body, your cells, um, your creativity. You could place this heart opener on the world. And you could sit with it for a little while if you like. Okay, so what are you calibrating at now? So I've gone from 70 to 170. Okay, nice. Debbie 80 to 100 plus, 100 plus, yeah. Can you guys feel it kind of in the heart? Yeah. Okay, to 95. So there's a little something which you could investigate. Christian, 180. Both of you guys, 180. Yeah. 100 plus to 100 plus again. Oh, what else are you saying there? Where's the chat? So much joy and felt all muscles around the heart releasing. Very nice. Yeah, like I can feel like my heart can breathe suddenly. Scott, how was it for you? Oh, I lost the chat there. Where is it? You feel this energy is very present and joyful. Yeah, it's a nice one. This is a good one to start the day. Like, and that was what we were in it for what, 1 minute, maybe? 1-2 minutes. So you could sit in it for a while.
I found it really strange. I really felt it. It really opened. Really opened. I've not opened my heart that much in a long time, and I really felt it. But I felt quite anxious and a little bit scary to let that vulnerability back in. So I've clearly got some work to do around that.
Okay. There's one which is coming up at the end of our list today, which is called openness. It's about being safe to open. I think I did it today. I think I made it. So when safe to open is a good one. Safe to open to life, safe to open to relationship, safe to open to money, safe to open to success, safe to open to being seen, safe to open to myself, safe to open to 120. Yeah, safe to open is a really good one. To 120. The general one had already been working on the heart earlier, same as me, Sylvia. Yeah. Yeah, so that's really interesting, Scott, really interesting feedback. Okay, let's move on.
Something that's very cool is that, I mean, if you do a clearing, like when we're working, and let's say that you go from, say, I don't know, 60 to 100, and then we're doing a sort of comparative thing, you can actually ask the pendulum, what was my level before we started? So you don't, I mean, you know, even if you've done the thing and you're at 100, you can still ask it and it will just tell you what it is. I mean, you can really go through time like that because it's going to give you that figure. And I mean, that's, you know, it's really nice.
Very useful. And the reason this is useful, the calibrations, is for us to evaluate the technology, evaluate whether it's working for us. And then, for example, like when Marcia, you didn't get to the top, there's a little something else, which might be like Scott, like a safe to open. Or I can't remember exactly what the one was, because what was the one that we did before? It was just the neutral one, wasn't it? Or was it the heart one that didn't quite get there? Maybe it was the heart one. So anyway, so there's a little something else so you need to come at it from another angle, but it lets you address yourself. So the next one on my list is perfect timing. I'll tell you what ingredients I put in it, and it's on the list, so you'll have it. So this is a good one if you've got a busy day. Or, for example, if you're in a process that is taking too long and you want the timing to come faster. So perfect timing allows time to either speed up or slow down according to your needs. It can apply to your day, It can apply to a relationship or an event like a court case or a challenge or some, something is just taking too long or it's going too fast and you're feeling too pressured. So it dismantles blocks around timing, around feeling stressed or pushed time-wise or time lagging and dragging. And again, as always, it brings in higher levels of light to activate perfect timing, even for us, like groups with different time needs. And it allows everyone who has the technology applied to it to comfortably harmonize with the timing of what is happening. So if you are teaching something, this is a good one so that everybody is harmonized with your timing. Or if you're taking a class and the teacher is dragging on a bit, you could put perfect timing so that somehow you relax a little bit in their slowness, and maybe you go off into insights around the work so that the time isn't dead time, but it's creative time for you, for example. So we won't do that one because we've already done it. So let's do rejuvenation. So just test right now, what is the level of rejuvenation going on in your body? So for me, it's about 36% right now. So rejuvenation, and you could rejuvenate a business, you could rejuvenate your goals, you could rejuvenate your home, you could rejuvenate a relationship. Let's say you've been with somebody for a long time and the energy is a little flat, you could rejuvenate it. So it's a concept. I mean, here I have kind of made this one a little bit of body rejuvenation. But you could make a rejuvenation that is a little more broad to allow the rejuvenation of your relationship with life or your love affair with, Okay, so this one, the ingredients are, and then I'll place us in it. Rejuvenation, youth frequencies, and it brings in all the hormones, minerals, nutrients, and energies needed to create significant shifts in the body's rejuvenation with a new youthful body identity and embodiment. It brings in the divine and cosmic spark, which are energies in the cells. It brings in hydration, skin renewal, bone strengthening, organ renewal, cell renewal, fluid cleanse and upgrade, micronutrient quality, living on light, and earth and grounding energies. And of course, when I made it, I tested. So I'll always test, is there anything missing? Or is there anything missing, or is there anything extra? Like extra meaning that doesn't belong there. And so sometimes they'll say there's something missing, and it's like, oh yes, of course, that was really an important bit, Okay, so when you're ready, just close your eyes, and I'm just going to apply the rejuvenation crystalline matrix to the group. Okay, how was that? So I got all these ripples throughout my body. Like I get these kind of ripples, like when your ears are kind of popping a little bit, it runs through my nervous system. So I got whole waves of these ripples. And now I've gone from 35 to 200, over 200. Waves of muscle adjustments. Interesting. What else did you? 10 to 100. Nice one. Okay. And for you, you know, you're still very young, but because you've gone through some health stuff, the rejuvenation is like important, you know, for other reasons. So, ah, Pete, 60 to 90. Okay, so there's a little something. Pete, while everyone else is testing, can you just do a little inquiry and see what you think it might be? Because you're good at that. I'm curious what it might be. Sebastian, 35 to 100. Deep tingling. Okay, that's cool. And obviously that was a very body focused one. Now I'm just going to test something. So you can see that this rejuvenation one, as I already said, is very body focused, but would it work for relationships? Yes. So even though my ingredients are really cell renewal and it would still work for rejuvenating a relationship. Yes. Would it work for rejuvenating a business? Yes. Christian 110. Great. Angela 60 to 180. Oh, what did she say there? I got a mesh of grid-like net structure around me. Wow. Visuals, geometry. Cleo. Oh, 40 to 200 plus, like floating in the sea. Okay, Sylvia, 50 to 100 times 10 took me to 3 areas, not just the body. Oh, right. What areas did it take you to renew? Okay, so here, because we are getting acquainted with the technology, we are spending like a minute or two receiving it so that we can feel the energy, business and relationships. Okay, so we're spending a few minutes to feel it. So, but really, when you do it on yourself, you don't have to spend that minute tuning into it and feeling it. Like if you're rushing, you can just go activate rejuvenation and just intend that crystalline grid is around you. But just for us as practitioners, it's good to, as we embody this work, it's good that we kind of feel what it does. Otherwise, you're doing stuff kind of from a head level. And okay, something ancestral is blocking. There you go. And you know, when you get the information, something ancestral is blocking, you can test, do I need to know what it is? And generally it's like, no, you don't need to know. You then just say, teams, whatever ancestral thing is blocking, send it to 0 point, clear it. And then usually the correction goes up by itself. The same thing with interference. When there's interference and you remove an interference that was keeping a calibration low, as soon as you remove the interference, it usually bops up to 100 or where it should have been. Okay, our next one. Should we do this one? Okay.
Dominique, sorry.
Oh.
Just a quick question. The first two that we did, it was a grid that I could feel.
Yeah.
And the first one, the general one, was like laser beams and really working on a specific problem area in blue and red laser lights. The
Wow.
second one, the heart, was quite gentle, but a holding grid. But the third one completely took me out of the planet. It was
Wow.
out. It was out. It was literally, it was the opposite way of working. Why do you think that would be?
The third one was rejuvenation, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Why do you think it would be?
I was first thinking it because it was other topics that we hadn't covered yet, because you were talking rejuvenation for the body. And then I thought maybe it's just that the helping teams are in a different position.
Okay, so we could test that. So is it the teams are in a different position? Is it that it was different technology? No, no. Is it just you? It's just your perception of reality, which is quite, you've got quite a strong perception of the inner realms. And yeah, I don't know. You know, this is what we need to discover.
Okay.
And you can do some inquiry around it, and probably better that you do the inquiry because you actually saw the things. But I find that really interesting.
It was a very pleasant one, I must say.
The rejuvenation one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Should we do this next one? Okay, the next one, what we're going to do is it's going to bring in vitamins, minerals, nutrients, collagen, and herbs. So that's a nice one to do every day, so to really nourish your body. So imagine if you were eating very much, you know, if you were on a starvation diet or something or whatever. Imagine if we could send this to the people in Gaza or something, you know. I don't know, big projects, maybe we'll talk about that at the end, what we can do collectively and so on. But for now, we need to just master this on an individual level. Okay, so what the ingredients in this one is all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the nutrients, all the collagen, and all the herbs you need for optimal health. And it also clears any blocks in this area, so your ability to maybe absorb certain minerals and nutrients or to be deficient in certain areas. And it brings in higher levels of light, as always, and it boosts this area. So this would be part of your rejuvenation thing, or not even just rejuvenation if you're older, but just for you're young and you're trying to have a healthy body, this would be a good one. So if you want to just test right now, how much are you getting of what your body really needs in this area of vitamins, minerals, nutrients, collagen, and herbs? How much are you getting from everything that you're taking, be it food, be it supplements, be it whatever? So I'm getting 70%. Eight 80. Okay. Save your calibrations for later, so then we can do the comparison. Okay. Is everybody ready to go? Okay, so just close your eyes and just visualize this crystalline sphere around you, which is programmed to give you all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, collagen, and herbs that your body needs today. And if you like, you could apply this to the cells, or if you have an organ deficiency, you could just boost it by doing a double whammy, if you like. Okay, how was that? What are you calibrating at now? So the calibration is now, does my body have all the vitamins? What is the level at which my body has all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, collagen, herbs, and anything else? Because we always put anything else in the basic programming of every CM. Mine's gone from 70 and it's gone through the roof. And my body felt really nourished, felt really like I could feel different organs feeling like, okay, Moshe, so there's a little something there. So we want to figure out, see if you can test and see what is the, Christian, 80 to 100, Sebastian, 80 to 100. So, Marcia, you could ask, is there something I need to eat or take physically that my body needs that can't be taken energetically? Is it something else? Is it emotional? Is it a belief? Is it something ancestral? Is it a trauma? So you just do a little inquiry. Clea, how was that for you? Sylvia, wow. Sylvia, 900. Mine was also like really 90 to 900 with a still thing going on in the microbiome, weaning myself off meds. Okay, great. Was already plus 100, now 100 plus plus, very relaxing and worked in all areas, especially the intestines. Okay. Really cool. So that's a good one to put in your morning package. Do you know what I mean? Just to have that. Angela, 70 to 160. I got waves of colors moving, and when the colors straighten to more like stripes. Ah, okay, right. That's interesting, isn't it? That's an interesting visual. Okay. All right, let's see what else is on the menu tonight. Okay, the water purification. So this one clears all toxicities out of the water that you'll drink, touch, or bathe in, and infuses the waters with the energies of life, light, divine and cosmic frequencies, allows for high-level hydration, and allows you to receive minerals and nutrients from the water. So let's just test right now. What's the proper way of asking this question? In terms of the water, how good is the water that you're drinking, or how well served is your body by the water that you are drinking and touching, like washing the dishes and bathing in? How well served is your body? Oh, mine is only 30% well served. Oh, it's really low. So you can imagine with water, you want to activate it at the start of your day. And you might want to keep it running continually, but maybe just double check it once a week to make sure it's still running. Okay, so if you're ready, just visualize this crystalline grid around your whole body. And it's the water purification one. And you might visualize it around the waters within your body as well. And when you're done, test how well served your body is now and how the waters are in your body. So now I'm getting from 30, I'm getting 180. Okay, great. 50 to 100, great. Sebastian, 70 to 100. Debbie, 20 to 100 plus. My body feels like it does when I cold water swim. Oh, wow. Christian, 35 to 110. That's great. Okay, Scott, bathing 30%, drinking 100%. Interesting because I triple filter my drinking water. Huh. Bathing now 100%, drinking still 100%. Okay, wow. Sylvia, 500 to 500. I get water from a healing well. Okay. Pete, water from boat tank, previous 55. Water I drink now, 100. Level of hydration, 80. Level of hydration after 100. Okay, that's great, Pete. See, Pete's gone into a bit more detail, which is really good. It's like sometimes you need to be able to do that, go into more detail. Angela, 35 to 170. You missed mine. The teams were screaming it needs. Oh, was yours up at the top? Sorry, okay. Teams, where's yours? Oh, right, sorry. 45 to 200 plus, but the teams are screaming at me that the body needs to go into the sea. No, say it.
This healing crystal, the matrix needs to go into the sea.
Oh, all right. Generally?
Yeah, generally all over the whole world.
Oh, this healing crystal needs to go. Okay, right. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So shall we do that together now as a group?
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
All right, guys. So let's do that, shall we? Shall we activate this crystal matrix for water purification? And let's just put it, well, around the whole planet, but also put it into all the different bodies of water, into the seas, into the rivers, into the lakes, into the underground waterways. Maybe even the rain that comes down. So the whole process of rain making. So purifying all the waters. I'm getting that that's done. How about you guys? What did you get? Any experiences there? Go ahead, maybe share verbally, because maybe it needs a verbal share here.
Dominic, can I just share? I'm up in the lakes. I'm here most of the time, and I go swimming in bodies of water all the time. I was in there last week, and when you were bringing in the water, the rejuvenation, the water one, I was actually in the body of water, and if anyone cold water swims, you're attacked by, you just feel like hundreds and thousands of pinpricks. It's a wonderful feeling. And that's what happened. It was quite amazing.
Oh, you felt the pinpricks just
Oh
now.
yeah.
That's interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Cleo, what did you get in the seas?
The Atlanteans were really happy and saying thank you so much. And then I saw the animals. The salamanders were saying thank you. I don't know, not seen them before. And then the toads in the garden hiding under this little lid of a pot, and the dolphins and the whales and all the animals in the sea, like so much more vitality and vibrancy and joyfulness in the sea. But yeah, it was they were so grateful to the Atlanteans. That was a team that was the water people. Yeah, thank you. That's great. I'm looking forward to going in the sea tomorrow.
You and your teams. So anybody else have any interesting, Scott?
I initially saw the ball going up into the clouds and effectively like seeding the rainwater in the clouds, so then it could carry on through the cycle. And I've got a painting of Poseidon on the wall over there, and I could swear he was smiling and jolly and giggly as it was happening.
Amazing. Sylvia, you had something?
Yeah, in my area here, we are called the state of the lakes, although we're in the mountains, because every single lake is drinking water quality. And I
Wow.
saw the water really rushing to the rivers to get to the sea, and it was so sparkly, like little diamonds all along, you know, on the top. Absolutely beautiful.
Wow. Anyone else have a kind of a feeling or something they want to share?
Well, I had a flash. I mean, this is clearly something work to do. I read a report today about the sawfish I mean, just off Florida, the Florida coast, and the American oceanic and atmospheric teams have reported that these fish are going crazy. It's really something strange. They're going around in circles. They are not happy at all. So, I mean, when I tested into their water, I was getting 30%. And it's clear that there's some other clearing to do there. There's something going on. So that's something that I'm going to look at this week. It's a really strange thing. They've never seen anything like this before.
Wow.
The fish are going crazy.
Okay, that's brought up a few things. Sebastian, what were you going to say? And then what I'd like us to do is to test the seas water before and the seas water now, and then does this need to be done again by us or individually? So we'll test those 4 things. But Sebastian, what were you going to share?
I have an ocean view here, and I keep now getting drawn to look at it. It's very grateful for what we've just done. There's a very clear sense of that. There's like a warmth coming from there.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you before. Pete, are you doing those calibrations?
What's calibrations?
The calibration of what was the calibration of the seed before we did the crystalline matrix? What is it after? Okay, look. And does it need to be repeated? And if so, how often? And while you test that, I'll just tell you that what I got was like, oh, wow, you know, we should be doing some planetary stuff regularly because we're all strong alchemists. And yeah, I really saw us doing some collective work. One was living on light. It's living on light. And I was thinking, well, if the Gazans could live on light, that would help a little bit, you know what I mean? But I mean, living on light would apply to many things anyway. So the C before, what kind of calibration are you getting the C? What was the level of purity of the C? Grasmere Lake, 20 now 100. I'm getting that overall we've gone from roughly 20, 30 to near on 100, but does it need to be done again? Does it need to be done daily? No. Weekly? No. Monthly? Monthly. What kind of calibrations are you getting in terms of how often the collective waters need this work? Chris and Roland, what did you guys, what was your experience of the water?
It was, I got no images, but I felt the energy of the water, and it was rising all the time.
Okay. Okay. So as of written, so Cleaner got 1 to 1,000, but not that it needs to be repeated. Okay. Interesting. Collective waters need ongoing healing. And it could be because we have different relationships to different waters, right? So it could be that your waters are good and that some other waters, like the waters that Pete was talking about, obviously there's some really funky stuff going on there in those waters. Like Atlantic Ocean, 40 to 90 required monthly. Sebastian, yeah. 20 to 50, okay. 20, 40 to monthly, 2 times a month, okay. Got the same as you. Same 20, 30 up to 85 to 95. Feels like it's going up over time. Yeah, I got monthly. Okay, well, we'll just have to see what, you know, what happens. Maybe we can do some work on a monthly basis. But anyway, for now we need to just carry on embodying this work. So okay. We've done the water. So that was, you know, thank you guys for expanding it out beyond the personal. You know, that was really, really interesting. Okay, are we gonna do this one? Yeah, okay. So this one is for the nervous system. So when you're feeling a little bit amped up and wired and maybe overloaded and stuff. So this is the nervous system balancer. So basically it just starts undoing nervous system disorders or overwhelm or being too supercharged and too energized and ungrounded, and it brings in higher levels of light and healing to repair the nervous system. So just test your nervous system right now.
100. Where's my nervous system? Oh, come on, come down. 60.
Okay. So my nervous system was a little bit fried today. So it was at 20, but just because we did the general neutral crystalline matrix, it's already at 90 now. So it got really grounded. Through all of these, I think the heart one as well probably grounded the nervous system. So if you guys are ready, I'd like you to just visualize the crystalline matrix and this one, the flavor of it is that it's the nervous system balancer. So you can place it around your whole multidimensional matrix in triple aspects. You could put it just around your nervous system. You could just put it around your brain, or you're just around your spine, or all of the above. And, you know, if you want to get really creative, you can put it around the planet's nervous system at the same time. Like we're multidimensional, so we can work in many spheres at the same time. Okay, what do you guys get there around your nervous system? So mine's just gone from 90 to 100. Okay, what have you guys got there? 55 to 100 plus plus plus. Scott 0 to 80. Interesting sensations in the body. Pete 70 to 100. Debbie 90 to 100 plus. Pressure in the head. Sebastian 75 to 100. 60 to 70. Marcia, we need to investigate why you're not hitting the higher levels. It might be just one thing that is blocking. Angela, Christian, more than 100%. I wonder if it's the piece we did last week, which was, I keep on forgetting the name of it, but it's when you reignite a blockage, you know, you reboot a blockage, that second piece. You might test if that needs to be activated for you. Not sure. Okay, all right. Can we do one for Gaza? We'll do one for Gaza with healing. So let's do healing next, shall we? And we'll place it on ourselves, place it on whatever body parts, and then let's do place Gaza in it as well. So just test how much is your body actively healing right now? Like how strong is your healing power right now? Don't forget to clear the pendulum from time to time. Let's clear the pendulum. How strong is my healing? Okay, so right now my healing is at 90, but at the start of the evening it was at 0, you know, which I was quite wobbly, so that makes sense. Okay. So I'll tell you the ingredients. This dismantles blocks to healing, any stuckness, any limiting and old identities, such as I'm sick, I'm not well, I can't sleep, or I can't heal, or whatever it is. And it brings in higher levels of light to activate momentum, like energy, movement, life force, realignment with health, vitality, and the proper functioning of your body and being and whatever needs healing. So if you want to just close your eyes, let's bring in that energy of healing. Well, activate the crystalline matrix of healing. Place it around your full matrix, and if you want to place it in specific areas. And we're also going to collectively place a crystalline matrix of healing around Gaza. Well, around Palestine, Israel, the whole of it. And the whole situation as well, which obviously involves America and other countries. Okay, how was that? Scott, 6,200, great. I've got 90 to 250. Any insights, feelings around your own process or around the Gaza situation?
The Gaza situation, when I tapped in, I felt straight away a sense of like getting your back up or getting ready for fight almost. And it felt like I needed to get a wet blanket and just go, just put a wet blanket and the whole situation, just settle it down a bit and calm it down. That's kind of the image that I got in my head as that was happening. It was just like a wet blanket, just calming the heat of the situation.
Inflamed consciousness.
Yeah, it was all very
Yeah.
okay. Right. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like I
Wow.
can describe it. It was like
Amazing. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see what everybody else wrote here. 60 to 100, Sebastian, Moshe, 50 to 70. Angela, 80 to 200. Pete, 85 to 100. Personal, okay. Okay, right. Let's get on to the next one. There's quite a few more interesting ones to do. So should we do? In Gaza, I see gratitude. With Gaza, Israel, I'm getting some huge blockage on the land and grounding. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Makes sense. Debbie, 100 to 100 personal, Gaza 60 still needs something else. Undoubtedly, yeah. Flowers blooming. What are we going to do? Perspective. We have quite a few to choose from, which we might not get through them all. Shall we do? Let's do transformation. Okay, so transformation dismantles blocks to transformation, brings in higher levels of light to activate the process of transformation. So currently, what is your level of transformation? Getting a 90. So when you're ready, and we can do it for Gaza as well if you like, so just visualize this crystalline matrix with the frequency of transformation around your whole multidimensional matrix, which encompasses your body and all aspects of who you are multidimensionally. And if you want to focus it on a certain area, like there's a certain area of your life that needs transformation, just to make another smaller crystalline matrix and put it on that. So if you're wanting more money, put it on your money life area. If you're wanting relationship, put it on a relationship life area. If you've got a challenge, put it around that challenge. If you've got a health issue, put it around that health issue. And then let's also place a collective one that we're all going to make together around Gaza and around not just Gaza, Israel, Palestine, all the people involved, all the players in the background, the whole situation. Okay, how's everybody? I've 90 to 650. I got angry energy saying you can't do that here for the world situation. Angry energy. Ooh. Was that some interference? Yeah. You know what? When light workers do their work, there's some forces that really don't want us to kind of bring the light to that situation. So you picked up on that. So is that gone into you personally? Has it gone into the group? No. You just picked up on that. Scott, 200. I can't see clear right now, so I will see her in a sec. You're behind the chat box. What? Marsha? You went down 90 to 70, or did you miswrite that? Sebastian, 95 to 100, Black Panther, Territorial Hunter, transformed to White Dove, White Light. All right, okay. Pete, various personal issues, 60, 70, both now over 100. Okay, great. Angela, 85 to 800. Is that really the case? Is that really the case? Yes, mostly about Gaza. Personal life, more than 150. Okay, great. Yeah, you know, when we work on collective stuff, I mean, undoubtedly in this whole Israel-Gaza thing, there's some dark forces that are keeping people in a state of absolute madness, and destruction and trauma and so on, just to try to prevent the awakening of humanity, for sure. Okay, do we need to do anything about anything? Is everybody safe and protected in the space? Yes, okay, so we're picking up on some of that. Okay, let's do openness, and you can do openness to love, openness to money, openness to success, openness to happiness. You can test all those different ones. So what this does is dismantle blocks to being open to anything, including open to life, opening to love, open to yourself, opening to health, opening to happiness, opening to money, opening to new experiences, and more. So it brings in higher levels of light to activate the experience and the embodiment of openness. So what is your general level of openness? So mine is about 78. So maybe let's just keep it on the personal now so that we don't get into too much complicated stuff. But I do think maybe I'll do some Sunday evenings where we just focus on Gaza. I'll have a think about it. It's sort of what's been dropping in. Okay, when you're ready, visualize the crystalline matrix, which is working on openness, and then just place it around the whole of your multidimensional matrix and triple aspects, which means your body and all aspects of your life. And then if you want to focus it on things, you know, like open to relationship, open to money, open to whatever. Okay, what did you guys get? Openness. So, openness was that. What's the openness now? It's gone well up to the 1,000 now. So, Scott, 80 to 100, more than 100. Sebastian, 70 to 100. Did you guys just do general or did you focus on different things? I focused it on loads of different things. 60 to 100, great. Marcia, you hit the 100. You did it in general, Christian, great. Openness to my intuition was 0, went up to 100, great. Okay, so Pete, 80, 70, 80, 40, all went to 100, nice. Cleo, 60 to 1,000, lots of things. Okay, so just notice one thing. Tonight, we're spending more time in the space of it. When you're doing it day to day, like I said, you can just pop it on. You don't have to tune into it, although it's a nice morning meditation. Angela, 75 to 1,000, lots of things, great. And remember, you have the option of extending it. So you have the option of just placing it, which runs it for about 24 hours. Second option is you say run for as long as is needed. Third option is run continuously, or I think there might be a different sentence for it, but run, keep running on going. So when you're doing your morning thing, you might pile up 10 of them every morning, and then you might say run continuously. Or you might just like to activate them every day because they're fresh and it's a fresh boost. You might pile in 10 and then do a little 5-minute meditation with the 10 of them and see how those energies expand you. Sylvia, 200 to 0, clashed with a control grid. Ooh, there you go. Okay, clearing that now. And then when you clear it, hopefully it just pops up, or you have to just repeat the process. Okay, let's see what is the next one. So openness, sovereignty, being sovereign, like no one is telling you how to live your life. Not the government, not the taxman, not the police, not the WHO, not Klaus Schwab, all of that. So sovereignty, so dismantles blocks to personal sovereignty, and blocks to you claiming and embodying your right to be sovereign and free. And it brings in higher levels of light to activate the experience and embodiment of personal sovereignty in all forms. I always use the word personal sovereignty because one time on Facebook, a very close friend of mine who's a teacher, I noticed that she had confused sovereignty as sovereign over. And what we're meaning by sovereignty is personal sovereignty, not sovereign over anyone, which is the old consciousness sovereignty. Okay, so what is your current level of sovereignty in general? And that means following your truth, regardless of what the authorities might be telling you. So it might be like, I'm not paying taxes, I don't believe in it, or I'm not taking that medication because I don't believe in it, or I'm not, it's like living your truth. Okay, so your level of personal sovereignty currently. So maybe we'll play with this one. And is it okay that we add on ongoing? Okay, so we'll put in this one, ongoing. And keep in mind, even though you put in something ongoing, these are vibrational, not medicines, but vibrational technologies. So when you have a trauma or a stress, things can get knocked out. Even if you put ongoing, it doesn't mean that it's never going to change. If you If you have some kind of mini trauma or stress, that can knock things out. So it is good to check them from time to time. All right, if everybody's ready, close your eyes and activate the crystalline grid. And this one is about personal sovereignty, sovereignty over yourself. And if you like, you might want to put it over your money, over your home, over your health, over your choices, over your freedom of speech, over your food, over your body. And did I say ongoing? If I didn't say ongoing, I'm saying it now. So programming the personal sovereignty ongoing. In all the areas that we're choosing to focus on individually. Hey, how are you guys doing? Okay, what's the new calibration now? So,
One thing I got, which is curious, is I immediately got kind of interference from times and periods in my life where my sovereignty has been compromised. And
okay,
so I cut the cords. I just asked the alchemical teams to cut any cords with those periods.
okay. And did you test? Has that been done?
Yeah, it's all done, 100%.
Okay, perfect. That's really interesting. Great. So look, we're not going to continue. We're just going to take the last 10 minutes just to share how you guys are. How are you feeling about these crystalline grids? How do you feel about programming the ones that you need? How's everybody? Angela, 100 to 950, 30 to 100. Marcia, I'm just going to stay on with you after we finish recording just to see what is the little thing, because obviously there's a little something going on there. So we'll see if we can figure it out. So yeah, so is it a crystalline? Yeah, sorry, crystalline matrix. Oh, wow. You went from 70 to 50 in the area of money. Wow, okay. The other way around? Well, you can say it, honey, if you want.
70 was personal, but I added the money. And when I came out with 50, and when I checked, it was about the money, not my personal sovereignty.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. I just paid a massive property tax bill.
Okay. Right. Huh. Okay. So, okay, what have you written there? How are you seeing what the CM looks like visually? I see it like a sphere. It's all kind of crystalline, kind of. I see it like that. It's like a sacred geometry in the middle. And it's kind of neutral until you put in your intention, you put in your ingredients. That's how I see it. How do you guys see it? Go ahead, you're unmuted. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm, Well, I was just kind of intending it, and I just had a sense of a crystal, kind of like a see-through kind of globe around me kind of thing. But then I thought, I don't know, I don't know why I'm focusing on this, because maybe it doesn't actually matter, but maybe I wanted to kind of solidify it as being like a specific thing to make it feel more real to me. So yeah, I don't know, maybe like a crystal ball like that I'm in, is it more like circular? So kind of, that's how I see it
I think it doesn't
at the
matter.
moment, but
It's like how it's
yeah, I
comfortable.
don't see anything in it.
Yeah. I don't think it matters if we have different pictures of it, because everyone's consciousness is different. So
Yeah.
You might like the crystal ball that feels more solid to you, so you should use that. And someone
Mhm.
else like a more colorful ball or something, or and
Mhm.
someone else might not have it as a ball. It might be actually a sacred geometry kind of formation. Did anyone else get any other different shapes?
So I had the ball when I was
Yeah.
sending it to a place, but
Mhm.
once it got to where it needed to be and it was starting to do its thing, it changed to different things depending on what was needed. So,
Right.
like for example, the healing and the transformation of the body system. The only way I can describe it, what I saw was, I don't know if you remember the animated Transformers movie. At some point, one of the bad guys had his form. It was really damaged and had his form changed. And in that thing, he changed into a grid, a light grid, and then the form changed, the shape of the grid changed to his new form, and that's what I was seeing. That's what my brain connected to that when the transformation process was going on. If I can find a short clip of it from the movie, I'll post it in the thing, because it's a really great visual representation for me to see it and go, that's what's happening.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'll
Great.
post it on Facebook if I find it.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. That would be really fun. Angela?
Just quickly, I was seeing myself in it, but then I thought, well, actually, perhaps in front of me, or does it? I was putting myself, because when you said place it on you, it was like each of them, it was like on me, or I was in it. But in some ways, I'd kind of like it in front of me. I don't know.
Listen, you test about that. For me, I'm not getting in front of. I think it's about being
Yeah,
immersed.
it's in it. Okay, yeah.
But test it, because like, how do I know? It's like maybe for you it works in a different way. So
Yeah, immersed in it. Yeah.
verify that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
How are you guys feeling about how you can use it for yourselves? Are you getting a sense of how you can use it for yourselves, like just or your clients? Like build up a set of tools. So you have the command. I'll send that to you straight after the class. You'll have the command, which literally all you do is you decide what you want to create, give it a title, and then just tune in. But just keeping in mind that the essence of it, the simplest essence of it, is that it undoes stuck energies, low frequency energies, and it brings in higher levels of light to realign around the focus area. So you might have one and nothing's coming through. Well, then your little ingredient list will be dismantle stuck energies around freedom and brings in higher levels of light to help freedom. That could be the simpler thing, but with some of them you'll get lots of downloads like, oh, it does this and this and this and this and this. And you just test very quickly, is there anything missing, or is there anything extra that needs to be removed? And then you just activate it. It should take you no more than 5 minutes to create one. So you just read the command. Once you've got your little ingredients list, pop it in, read the command, so you create the structure. Once the structure is created, it can be used by anyone, which is why you guys can create some and pop them in the group, and somebody else can go, well, brilliant, I'll have that. Like, let me put that on my morning list. And when I create some, I will pop them in the group. And so it can become a CM bank, if you like, of these little, you can also test, I was testing, what is the potency of a flower remedy and what is the potency of a crystalline matrix? And I'm getting that the crystalline matrix is a lot more potent than a flower remedy. So, but that might be something you want to test for yourself. A flower remedy or homeopathic remedy, it's a lot stronger. It's just pure consciousness, isn't it? Or maybe your brain is a bit fried. Okay.
One thing I noticed right at the beginning, when you mentioned the flower remedies, and I just had the idea that these crystalline matrices are in fact like a kind of box of flower remedies. I mean, I've always got I've got my, my case of batch flowers, which I use all the time. And so how I work with that with my clients, I'm always looking for the remedy or whatever that is, is relevant. And it looks like it's all, I just had that sort of vision of, so we'll choose cherry plum or we'll choose oak or elm or whatever. And it's like, you just take that and,
Except that you can pop it on someone virtually. And like you saw, we can pop it on the sea virtually or Gaza virtually. So that's has a
Well, one of the things that's interesting, I mean, I don't know, some kinesiologists do this. I think Debbie is aware of these techniques. I mean, you can also test whether or not the person actually needs to take the thing or whether they just need to be exposed to the energy. And that works a lot with vitamins as well. There's a kinesiology that enables you to distinguish, do they need just the presence of the vitamin during the session? And that is enough to trigger the energetic, unblocking. Or do they actually need to take a course of, like 30 vitamin capsules, one a day? And the two states exist. But I mean, I think the kinesiology also moves more and more to the sort of energetic state where you can. And that's why, like, the flower cards, for example, useful because you can just work with the energy of the card and you can send it to somebody over the Zoom or something.
Right, exactly.
And can I just add to that? I've been working with essences, not just flower essences, animal essences, environmental, spiritual essences for like 30 years, right? And whenever we didn't have the physical remedy available and somebody was in a bad situation, we would just call in the essence of the essence. And it worked a treat. And I've been using it since I'm in Austria because all my gear is in storage in the UK. I've been connecting or calling it in, and actually I don't even need to connect to what I have anymore. I just connect to the essence and download it, and the energy is really strong. And some of it actually works like a grid, especially the spiritual ones. So I would be very interested to compare a little bit or see how they work together, because I think they might be enhancing each other.
Well, here you become the creator of this set of essences. You create them for your needs. You create them for your life and for the clients that you're working with and the situations, you create them. So there's nothing in the way of you being able to access the vibrational, energetic remedies that you need right now, because the crystalline matrix is the container, is the vehicle, that is the delivery system, basically. Okay, so we are going to, unless anybody wants to, has anything before we close, we'll just do the close. And then I will get that video and I will get the text to you, which has about 20 of these just to start you off. And then if you make any ones, pop them in the group. Or if you do anything interesting, tell us about it, because honestly, I think we're all learning so much from what you guys are sharing from your adventures in consciousness. It's very cool. So I really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna, no, don't worry. Don't worry, honey. All right, so we're just going to close our eyes just to seal the field. So we're going to ask the teams to please seal the field in a cocoon of magic and miracles, of blessings, love, and gratitude, and the infinite power, potential, and possibilities within the cosmic field and the now point of power. And we're going to ask to bring in divine and cosmic protection to seal and protect the work that we've done here tonight. And we're going to ask for real world tangible results and a reality upgrade, an upgrade to our whole multidimensional matrices, an upgrade to our identities, and a whole life and cosmic upgrade for each one of us individually. And we thank our spirit teams for the work here tonight. And we clear the field, clear the board, clear our pendulums, and we unplug our consciousness from each other. Thank you, everybody.